Hello, good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel. It's Val in Vancouver here. I'm going to do something a little different today, playing with, believe it or not, a soap dish I got at the dollar store. I think it's kind of cool because it's got the little square holes in the bottom. So I'm going to do 3 or 4 spots on this canvas. This is a 16 by 20 size canvas, if I looked at the label correctly before I started this. Pretty sure it is the biggest canvas I've attempted so far, so this should be interesting. But again, it's all about fun and experimentation. I've actually had this canvas, it was two of them, so I've had both of these canvases for quite a while and was going to be using them for, excuse me, perhaps a different purpose. But then I got into the paint pouring and I'm having a blast. So I'm going to use kind of just a variety of colors, trying to use up some of the colors that I've mixed up in the past. So this is the I can never pronounce this. Quinacridone magenta. I'm probably definitely not pronouncing that right. And this is the peacock blue. And then I've got deep magenta. And I've got green yellow. And I've got violet. These are all Artists Loft colors that I had mixed before with my pouring medium of 60% Elmer's glue all and 40% water. And then I'm also going to use some of the Artists Loft ready mixed in the bright yellow, and then I'll probably surround everything with some white just to help the paint flow a little better. So I think I'm going to do like about 3 spots on the painting here, and we'll kind of see from there. So I may or may not layer them in the same order, but let's just start and have some fun. So I'm just going to pour the paint right into the box. The soap dish is what it is. Even comes with little suction cups so you can stick it onto the side. So I'm not sure, I probably should have layered this in a cup. That might have been a better idea, but well, we'll wait and see what happens. It's all going to work or it's not going to work. Either way, it's going to be fun. We'll see what happens. Hope everybody's having a lovely Friday. It's a beautiful sunny day out here in Vancouver, but the wind is quite chilly. I did go out earlier and get some groceries, get that over with. Bought myself a little extra toilet paper and paper towels because of the coronavirus issue going around that I'm sure you're all familiar with. I didn't hoard it though. I don't need to be that way. I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong for people to do that, but let's not talk about that. We're here to have do painting and have some fun. So this might take a little bit of time to do each dish, but I think it's going to be fun and see how it works out. Like I said, I think what I'm going to have to do, obviously I don't see anything coming out from underneath so far, so I probably will have to lift this up slowly and let the paint run out, which is just fine. So I'm going to add some yellow, and then we'll just start lifting up the soap dish. And I'm not going to obviously spread anything, tilt anything until I've done my 3 spots. But I'm just going to lift this up slowly. Woohoo! That runs out pretty fast. Alright, now we're into another spot. And I think I might do reverse on the colors this time, just for the fun of it. I like that, that's pretty. And partly I'm using these colors because I'm trying to use some of them up. I'm not sure how long paints are good for when they're pre-mixed like this, but they are tightly sealed. So, and I have had them for weeks, maybe even a month or 2 for some of the colors. So I'm not too worried about them. They seem to be doing just fine. Haven't found any of them getting particularly lumpy or anything like that. So. So the yellow's showing up nicely, but the leaf green, it is in there a little bit, but it does seem to disappear. So maybe I'll try and put a little bit extra in because I do like it. It's a pretty color. I'm trying to think spring right now. We are getting a little bit more spring-like weather. Oh, this time it's leaking out through the little hooks where the suction cups would go when you want to stick it to your wall. So it's leaking out there this time. All right, so let's lift this one up and see what happens. I love how it looks in the soap dish. It's pretty awesome in there too. All right, so I go back to doing the colors again. This is a big painting, like I said, a big canvas. Perhaps should have put something underneath the canvas to support it in the middle. I think this paint is going to make it heavy a little bit. I'll definitely, I think, have to see if I can figure out something to do like that when I'm letting it dry, so the paint doesn't pool towards the middle. But let's just worry about pouring it and having fun and see what we create. As you can see, I'm not too worried about the paints mixing or not mixing. Oh, this one's almost empty. It's making those airy noises. Excuse me. All right, a little bit more yellow. There it comes out those holes again. All right, so now I'm going to lift this one up. I'm going to move it over a bit though. Just lift up. There we go. It's amazing the different mixtures you get, even though I essentially layered the soap dish the same way. I'm just going to leave that there for a second. Pop the lids back on and get these out of my way. This is going to either look like a bloody mess, like a muddy mess would be the better word, sorry, or it's going to work out really well. We'll see in just a minute. Like I said, this is the biggest one I've ever done, so it might be fun to tilt this too without making a big mess all over my living room floor or my dining room floor or anything. Okay, so just going to take this, got a paper towel over here to put that on. I don't even know if I need a little bit of white, but I'm just going to put a little, just to help things flow a little better. I am pretty sure I've got enough paint to definitely cover the canvas, but a little white just to help things flow a little bit. All right, okay, just going to give this a little torch to get out any air bubbles first, because I did shake all the paints just as I started. Get rid of some bubbles. I don't think we'll get any cells with this because there's no silicone in any of this, but the way some of the colors are mixing, just I think because of the shape of the squares in the dish, soap dish, it's looking pretty interesting. All right, here we go. Let's do some tilting. I'm just going to go over that corner and then come back a little to the center, and then I'm going to go over this corner that's away from you guys. And if I end up with a little bit of negative space at the corners, I'm okay with that. I'm rather a fan of negative space on my paintings, so that's okay. And I'm just going to go down to this corner over here and this side over here. Okay, back to center, and then down to this bottom corner. I just want it to go all the way off. There we go. Woohoo! Lots extra now. I do have push pins in the bottom corners of the canvas so that it's easy to pick up and move. I just want to finish that one corner over there that didn't quite get covered, but I think I'll just finger pop it. So I'll keep this in the frame for you. All right. Just don't want this to be tipping off my table onto my dining room rug though. Although this rug is older and probably not going to last too much longer, so I'm not worried if it does get a little mucked up. Okay, I think I've got all the corners covered. Just want to get a bit more on that corner. Okay, just gonna grab paper towel here for myself. Wipe my hands, although I got some of the drippings from the paint on the paper towel. Okay, and I'm just gonna scrape my edges here just to start slowing down the dripping a little bit. I think I've explained in some of my other videos that if you wipe this drips once or twice while you're letting it settle, then less likely to have things running off that you may not want to run off the picture. Okay, I'm just going to turn this around so that I can see the other side to make sure that that other edge is covered. This could be interesting. Bear with me here. Hopefully I won't drop it. Here we go. Put it on the edge of the soap dish there. Cool, getting some interesting little almost cell-like action here. Let me just grab one more paper towel. And then I am going to give this another torch just to make sure there's no more air bubbles. But I'm rather liking it. I'm not sure if you're actually seeing any, of the actual soap dish pattern, of course, when you've tilted everything. But I do like having to pour through fun things. It makes the pouring more interesting and lots of fun. So I'm just going to torch here a little bit just to get rid of any last air bubbles, and sometimes it does bring things up because of that white that I put on the canvas. That can sometimes create little white specks. I know a lot of people don't like those, but I don't mind those at all if they show up in my paintings. I kind of like them. Okay, there we go. That's pretty awesome. I like it. I do like that the yellow stands out because I think if we didn't have so much yellow, it could look a little muddy. I think because we've got so much yellow that it's actually looking pretty cool. And again, we've got some little, this is a reaction right here. I'll bring you in for close up in a minute with the white that interacts with the other colors. So yeah, and then I'm not sure I got a little swirl there. I guess I probably dripped, but again, that's okay. It adds character. And if I want to, I could just, there, made that disappear so that doesn't stand out quite so much in an odd way. So yeah, I like this. It's pretty cool. Like I said, this is the biggest canvas I've ever done, 16 by 20. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. The soap dish was fun. I'll definitely use it again. May even try it upside down just to see how that affects things. Not sure if it would work as well or create as much fun, but hey, it's worth a try. So this is going to be a short video by the looks of it today, but I'm tempted to do maybe some balloon smashing with this. So I'm going to pause for just a few minutes and we'll come back and have a look, and then I might do some balloons with this. So bear with me and we'll be right back in just a minute. I'm just going to let it sit for a few minutes. Okay, welcome back. While it was just sitting there and I was looking at it, I decided to add a little bit of silicone just by sort of shaking the dropper of the silicone, anything that was on the outside of the dropper, and just kind of shaking it over the canvas. So added some silicone that way and created some cool looking cells that way. Still debating about whether I want to do the balloon kiss or not. Just trying to turn my glove the right side out here. And for some reason, some of these times the gloves, my camera will detect my finger through the glove no problem, and I can just, push stop or pause or whatever, and then sometimes it won't. So this particular gloves, it doesn't seem to want to always do my finger for that, so bear with me here as I try and get part of it right side out again. There we go. Okay. So I'm debating kisses or no kisses. What do you guys think? I know it's hard to tell. You can't really see the cells and stuff. I'm going to lift it up right now rather than move my camera to give you a bit of a close-up. So you can probably see the cells and the spots now that I created by dripping the silicone on there. So yeah, I really like that, but I don't know. I'm thinking about doing some balloon kisses or swirls, where you just kind of twist your balloon and pull out some of the colors underneath. I still have my balloons from my medallion video, so my small, medium, and large balloons. I'm just going to do a little, oh, you know what, I don't know if I want to touch this. That's the trouble sometimes with balloon things or changing things. Like I really like the stripes I got here. Don't know if I want to touch that part. This part up here is a little bit muddier than I would like, so that might be a potential good place to put a balloon swirl or kiss or two. But you know what, I'm just going to let it settle for another minute or two, because now that I dropped the silicone, I've got like purple cells coming up through the yellow, and mostly that, and some pinky magenta ones coming up through the blue, and then some blue ones coming up through the green, so that leaf green that I was part of the coloring. So I'm kind of liking the cells now. I'm not sure if I want to touch anything. I could try juggling. No, I'm not good at that. Let me just give this one little kiss over here, see what I think. And it might still be too wet to hold the kisses, which it is. I don't know if you could see the kiss I did right there, but it's not holding, it's sinking back in, sliding back in, which is kind of normal at this stage. So I think I'm going to leave it for a little bit longer. Oops. The balloon resting against the edge there. And come back again in a few minutes and see, once it's had a few minutes to dry, if I want to do any kisses on it or not. So hang on again and we'll be back shortly. Thanks. Okay, I'm back again. I was just letting it change a little bit as it did there. I'm not sure if it still might be a little too wet, but let's do some balloon kisses because I want to see what happens. So I'm just going to kind of randomly do them where I think they might look pretty. Let's start right here in the middle. Might be a little too thick in the middle still, because like I said, the canvas is sunk a little bit there, just because it's such a big canvas, so it does that. So that's sort of filling in still, so that's all right. See if we can get some prettiness here. Let's try the bigger balloon. Let's try that one right here. Well, that's pretty cool. Not much space to wipe things off here. Maybe because it's such a big canvas, it would be better to use the big balloon. Oh, that's pretty. It's bringing up some pretty colors for sure. Just grabbing some more paper towels. Seems to be pulling up mostly the purple. I think it's the purple I did on the bottom in there and there, so that might be why. Let's see what happens over here. Well, there's a more variety. You got pink, the magenta, and the yellow and the blue in there. Well, I like it when the white comes through. I like that a lot. Just to add some prettiness there. Yeah, the purple definitely comes through when, in the spots where the purple was in the bottom of the soap dish. It's pretty though. I like doing the balloon kisses. Okay, I'm not going to do too many more. I'm just going to do a couple more, I think. Sometimes you have to just take a step back and look at things. I'm going to do one right here. And I'm not sure I want to do any more, but I'm going to do one, I think, right here. Again, that purple definitely likes to come out to play when it was on the bottom like that. What do y'all think? Enough kisses? Should I do some balloon swirls? What do you think? Sometimes it's just, I wish I could talk to you guys. Let's try one more right here. Here we go. We got some of that pretty white. I like that one. Some of them are still falling in, but I think I'm going to leave it. I like it like that. I don't want to play too much. If for some reason once it's dry and I don't like it or something, I can always do it over. But it's definitely at this point in time worth saving, so I'm going to just leave it. And I'm going to bring you in for a close-up. So bear with me 1 second. And we'll bring you down for a close-up. Okay, let's bring you in for a close-up here. Okay, so here we are in that bottom corner where the white showed up on the kiss, which I like. So we'll just kind of go up to the top right-hand corner so you can see that. See the pretty cell action in here though from sprinkling the silicone on? I really like that. And then here's one of my other little kisses that I did. Sorry, trying to get you to see what I'm looking at there. And then up at the top right corner, there's the other kiss. And there's the soap dish, by the way, if you want to see what it looks like and being painted. We'll go across the top here. Sorry, across the top of the painting now. You can see some of the cells, you can see some of the kisses. And we'll come down that left side of the painting. So you can see that. And again, seeing some of the kisses and the cell work. I love the cells right here. Sorry, let me get down to where I'm pointing for you. Love the cells right in here. Let me just pull back. I'm just going to go up the middle a little bit. Sorry for the glare. And I'm just going to pull back, hopefully get it all in the frame for you. So it's a big canvas, the biggest I've ever done anyway so far. 60 by 20. So I'm just going to, there we go, so you can see it all in the frame there. Sorry for the shakiness, holding the camera at an odd angle. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you do. Just down there, you can hit that subscribe button and also the little bell. It'll give you notifications when I do more videos. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.